Hi, good morning. Even though it's 4:30 in the afternoon. I'm going to talk to you today about pike rigs while I try and peel this orange with one hand in my pocket. Right, I've tried and tested numerous pike rigs in my time. I've been pike fishing a few years now, and I've had plenty of opportunity to test various different things that were niggling me. So I've probably tried most of the crap on market. Tried it all, you know, everything from your titanium hooks to your cheap Chinese crap. Right, well, a little bit of feedback dead quick. I'm not going to bore you to death. If you're not a pike fisherman, this is probably going to bore you to death anyway, so as I said, okay. Get rid of that. Right. Where were I? About here. Titanium hooks, great. When I first started pike fishing, wouldn't go nowhere near anything else. Loved it. Thought, yeah, brilliant. Amazing. Guess what? The amount of hooks and wire I lost in that river that first year, unbelievable. It was amazing. So I decided to potter about and skim around market and see what else I could find. So then I realised I paid nearly £4 for 20 titanium hooks. And then I found Wish and shit Chinese sites like that, and I got 50 for about £2. Great. Guess what? I can't bend that out, but I'm pretty certain if I put it on something hard, I can probably bend that. Yeah, just like that. There you go, I've bent it. It's Phileas Farquhar now, that. I can't use that. Right, that took a little bit of effort though. So, for argument's sake, a pike's not going to bend that hook, let's face it. Yeah? So in other words, regardless of what happens, I'm getting that fish in. Another thing, titanium hooks, great, strong as. Found I snapped off more often than not because I couldn't get out of the snag. These bendy Chinese ones though, happy days. Bish bash bosh. And it's bent. Guess what? I'm getting all the rigs back, all my hooks, this, that and other. Not losing the bloody thing. Great. Still going to bin it, but guess what? Get off. That's not going to endanger now in the water, is it? Let's face it. So there you go. Happy days. Right. Backwards, sorry, because I've had to turn my camera around because I couldn't figure out where it was facing me. So it was like, do you want to talk to a box of cereal or a worktop? So I thought, sod it, I'll turn the bloody camera around. I've run a few dummy runs and it didn't go well. Anyway, I'll go through it with you. £30 wire. You can go a bit lighter if you want, but I use £60 braid. You're going, what the fuck did you do? What there? £60 braid? Are you right in your head? Clearly not. I've got big logs in my river. You're going to need some braid anyway. Blah, blah, blah. You're going to need some hooks. Now then. Normally people put one of them on and one of them on. Both the bloody same. Great stuff. Well, I'm using circle hooks. One treble, one circle. Let's see how it goes. Get out of the bloody bag. You know, you'd expect trebles to tangle up, not singles. That's a single hook, just one hook on its top. Happy days. So, you can use 2 trebles if you want, that's perfectly fine. 30 pound wire, hooks, obviously some wire cutters, and a crimping tool. Now this here is the dog's nuts for tools of crimping. I wouldn't want to put my nuts in there. Well, one, it wouldn't bloody fit, it'd be too big. The gap I mean. 2, it'd bloody hurt because they're teethed. Right, anyway, crimping tool. Now I normally go, you do get crimps with the doodahs, with the wire, but I always go 1.0, 1.2 crimps. Again, what? About £1 off one of these daft Chinese sites. Very important, you can make your own like I have, because I'm tight. You're thinking, what the bloody hell is he going to do with that? Watch and learn. Somebody beat me out. Somebody else beat me to the idea anyway, because look, you can buy them from shop. The pullers to pull your rig. See if you make sure you've done it right. Right, here goes. Pull that end in. I'm back in 2 seconds. Voila! It's a piece of wood. I'm hoping that's 16-inch, but it's not. I think he's done it 12. I've done it 12 like an idiot. So anyway, right, here goes. Let's swing this round. Swing that. There you go. Ignore me cooker. Wait a minute. Just let me get me shit sorted out there. There we go. Ignore the crap on the worktop. Oh, I'm unscrewing it. What are you doing, man? Sort your shit out. Right. So. That's the £80 wire. I don't need that. Bit of wire. 16-inch long. And then I always do a bit extra. Just for argument's sake, because you're obviously going to curl over. Cut that off. Ta-da. There's your piece of wire. Get a crimp out. I hope this is videoing right. I can't see what's going on here. I've got some funnel heads, so I'll use a couple of funnel heads. Funnel head means basically it's not a straight crimp, it's got like a bit of a guide at one end. Like a trumpet if you want. Everyday crimp will do exactly the same job, don't worry about it. It's just I'm a bit blind, if you hadn't noticed. Put goggles on. Right. Just going to put crimp on. Like so. Straight on. Look at that. How good is that? Flick it down, turn it over, make a little loop, put it through there, make the loop a bit smaller. You'll need about that much, if you can see that. Hold that together, get your crimping tool, just shove it in back one there, give it a good squeeze. Imagine you're trying to push one out. Oh, come on, you bastard. God help me. Oh, that'll do. Right. Haha. Haha. That'll do. Right. So, depending on where you want the treble and where you want the single, is up to you. I, for argument's sake, get a new one out. Come on. I, for argument's sake, get a new one out. No, hang on a minute. I, for argument's sake, get another one out. I'll say that again, shall I? I, for argument's sake, put the treble in the middle. Right. Bring it all the way up the line, however far you want it. So I want it about 4-inch gap. So I want it about there. About there, because don't forget I've got to overcompensate for the next bit. So, actually, just a second. I'll take that down a bit actually. A 3-inch gap. Go for the top. So I hold my wire into the hook there. Like thus. Get the top bit of the wire. Wrap it round. Like thus. And I'm a cock because I've already crimped one end. Good job the hole's iron big enough. But normally you wouldn't do that. I'm just a cock. Doing it wrong way around. Never mind. Good job I'm clever enough to be able to make sure the hole's big enough. Then just pull it tight. Like that. Job's a good one. Happy days. Then drop it on the floor. Because that's what you need to do, is drop it on the floor. Right. So now look, if you notice, your rig is about the length of your board, which is 16-inch. Now I get my single hook. No, I don't. Unfortunately, for me, I'm stupid. I get my crimp. I shove my crimp on. Now then, I didn't mention this. That'll do. Bit of shrink tubing. You'll find out about this in a minute. Shrink tubing. Shove that on. Just like that. Get your single hook and put it from the back, which is this way, not that way, that's front hook point, bloody hurt. So back, through there, whoops, big enough hole as well, and I still missed it. And again, gold jam blind, straight through, loop it over, find your crimp. Where's your crimp gone? Come here, you little bugger. Crimp, through hole, pull it down, hold it there like such, crimping tool, and then, please the Lord, help me release this steamer. Oh, give it a good tug. There you go. Job be a good one. Right, heat shrink tube. There, look. It's flapping about at the moment all over. Just shove that on top. Give it a little lighter. I'd like to push it down, but then I've got no fingerling in these fingers. And there's your rig. Happy days. So what you do now is you stick your hook in there. Big enough hole, see? Still missed it because I'm blind as a fucking bat. Stick that in there. Big enough hole once again. Come on, shit for brains. Right. And then give it a good tug. Just to tighten it up. That looks good to me. And it's about, I'd say what, 18-inch, which is probably the maximum you can go, or like to go. There you go. Job's a good one. Now you can fancy it up if you want and put a bit of shrink tube over there to hold that in, and a bit of shrink tube on the end of there as well, which I'm going to do anyway. And then you're the way to go, you're good to go. Right, it just so happens pike season starts on Sunday, but I'm going tomorrow. So expect another video tomorrow, because that's what's going to happen. Going to go through another little tutorial about being on the bank. Well, we have a giggle, of course. Happy days. One rig. Made up. You get your old grotty bloody pike tube out. I don't buy them from the shop, I make my own. If you noticed. Here's a few I made earlier. Now you're thinking, what's all them daft bits on end? I'll show you. Bit of daft rubber. You can use out you want. Out at all. I use black because it just looks, well, black. Snip a bit off. Doesn't matter how much you use. Doesn't matter what shape you use. Let's just go a triangle here, look. Like that. Then what you do is you stick that triangle bit through one of the hooks, like so. Right. Now there's a reason for that. You know what that reason is? No, you might ask. That's because I'm going to make these what you call semi-barbed. I'm going to get my crimping tool. Shouldn't really, I mean, but this is alright. This is sturdy enough to do it. So I'm going to get my crimping tool. About £6 off Wish or whatever Chinese site. Get my crimping tool and just knock that barb in there. That barb's now gone. No left of it. Look at that. Same again with that one. Give it a good tug. You ain't stabbing me anytime soon, because it bloody hurts. Now 9 times out of 10 you will debarb your hooks, which is not done right well. Oops. I've just ruined that fecking rig because I snapped the can off. Great stuff. I'll make another one, shall I? But I won't do it on video. You've already seen how to do it. Just don't be a tail end like me and go and snap the end of your bloody hook off, debarbing it. Right, anyway, so tomorrow, what I've done there is I've debarbed it. So that'll be the only one you'll get caught in your bloody finger. Everyone else, like them, won't get caught. Because it's just my luck. Great stuff. Right, so tomorrow I'll do you the video, guys. I'm debating on whether I take my stove to make some food on the bank or not. I'll do a bit of a banquet on the bank. But anyway, that's how you make a rig, or how I make a rig. I prefer them, to be honest with you, because 9 times out of 10, that's been the deciding hook, believe it or not. It's also a better bait hold as well. Until the next time, tomorrow. I'll see you on the bank. Happy days.